Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 5th of July 1934, which is roughly a month on from the end of the last part. And the main reason I'm picking up at this date is I just want to show you what's left in the silos, because we are coming up to the end. So these silos are empty, and we've got about 2,527 left in the grain store. So I think at the moment this farming configuration is probably enough to keep this economy going through the year, depending on how quickly it grows. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about growth later on, but first I'd like to say a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me a lot to think about. Now, I did get a response on the orphanage, and I think it was quite rightly pointed out that there's not much point building an orphanage at the moment because I don't have the staff to staff what I've already got, and this is by far the biggest issue. And somebody actually did mention about growth and the way I was planning this town, and I thought what I'm going to do is just talk a little bit about the difference between when you do an early start and when you say you started in the 1960s. And the biggest difference of all is the quality, speed and carry capacity of the vehicles that are available on the early start. And of course, the earlier you go, the less the capabilities these vehicles have. Of course, if you start in 1900, you're down to horses and carts. And for that reason, unlike the 1960s, where when you're actually planning your city, you're planning the final city. In early starts, what you're planning is an economy to get you up and running and making a profit. To explain that, what I'll do is I'll just talk about this town here. Now, we're putting lots and lots of small industries down here, and they are undersized, and I haven't min-maxed them at all because I like, say, for example, this clothing industry will eventually disappear, and this town will evolve into a tourist location. In fact, I'm half considering whether to put a small hotel in here so that we might be able to generate some dollars. But it also applies to some of these other buildings as well, and of course it will depend on how big this city will get to. And currently I'm looking at a population of about 2,000, and I think I've got enough buildings here to get to that point, and there's a good chance that the kindergarten, school, university, and even there's a bit of a question mark over the secret police, but I think the court system will probably be able to support this as well. We've got jail. We're still getting prisoners escaping. That's because we don't not getting maximum staff in here. And of course, I don't know what the crime rate is. We're getting a little bit of crime going through there. We've had 14 unexamined cases this year. Wow. However, if there's some reason to expand this population in the future, what we will do is just put in some more modern buildings, but we're going to keep the original residential buildings and all that. So we're just going to keep growing this economy out. But another example is this biofuel plant, which isn't doing very much at the moment because there isn't any workers. Actually, we've made a tiny amount of fuel, so some worker must have strolled over here by accident. But eventually, once we've got a major fuel supply system up and running, then this biofuel will probably disappear, and then what we'll be doing is using the farm here, which will remain as a cash crop and also just a feed and possibly clothe. I don't know yet. Anyway, so that's the reason why when I'm doing a very early start, especially like we started in 1928, I don't min-max anything. I'm more focused on just getting that self-sufficient economy up and running. And just to show you that, you can see now that really the only thing we're importing now is fuel, coal. In fact, let's go back a month. Was fuel, coal, electronics. I've got an idea for possibly what we might be able to do about the electronics, and a little bit of gravel because we're not building very much. And of course, that means we're actually making a small profit. And what I want to do for the next 3 or 4 years is focus more on the profit, because we're going to need, say, 500,000 rubles finance our new project up here when we get to 1938, 1939, because once we get to there, we start putting the military camp up here. That's going to become very much the focus of the way forward, because there's a lot more scope up here, and that's when we'll be starting to build a town and the industries up here to be a little bit more min-max. So that is my approach. As I say, if I was starting in 1960, yes, I would be playing a lot more min-max, building permanent solutions, permanent industries. But this is just going to evolve over time. Now, another comment I got, which was a very useful reminder, is that as I think in the last part we've got this excavator coming down here, and what someone suggested is that what I do is I put in a free gas station down here. I think because it's going to be free, we're going to put a mud road here. And the other thing they suggested is that we put a free construction office. Where is it? I think we've still got the free one. Yep. And again, we're just going to put the mud road here, like that. And the advantage of this is that what I'll be able to do is put some of these excavators, in fact, probably all of the excavators down here. And what that will mean is we'll be able to build out this road structure here without without these excavators going very, very long distances. So what we're going to have to do is, where's my fuel guy? We're going to need to get some fuel in here first. So just add that. So how much fuel does this take? 20 tons. So if we put, I think we'll start with 30. And we'll wait till we get some fuel in there, then we'll move the excavators down. Let's speed the game up again now. I'm still debating about this road here. I feel that because we may be dragging supplies up here in the future, I feel that I do need to tarmac it, because otherwise we're going to be restricted to 60 kilometers an hour, where really what we're looking at, we want some decent speed on this road, because there's no other way that we're going to get up and down this hill beyond the cableway that was suggested some time ago. Now, I still keep coming back to this gravel processing plant here, and what I wanted to do is I just want to look at the factory, the gravel processing. Pause. No, I don't need to pause. What am I on about? Yeah, there. How many? This is a maximum number of 20 workers. I think I kind of think that this might be worth doing, but it's the cost in steel that's putting me off more than anything else. I mean, 42 tons of steel. What we could do is actually build this, but then work on the conveyors later on over time. And what's the here? This is only 3 tons of steel. I want to build that so that we can, and I also want to build that for a summer job. It's not going to use too much steel, because I think if we can get at least some quarry stone coming down to here, then we can consider building this, and then we'll get some small gravel production. But the trouble is, this needs 20 staff. Multiply that by 3, and that means we need another 60 workers there, and we haven't even got, and we've got 0 unemployment. Wow. I must admit, I am starting to think that maybe I need just to play a year and not build anything, and just to get the population growing. On the positive side, you can see our happiness has now reached 74%, because in the last part we got the alcohol going, and that is making a little bit of a difference. And the other thing also is that I was monitoring this, and we are getting a little bit of a loyalty boost now from the radio station, because I've kind of tinkered around with these. I dropped the cultural enjoyment down and the propaganda. I dropped some of these down, and I kind of pushed up the propaganda, because I think improving loyalty is going to be a lot more relevant, but I still feel it's going to be a very slow grind. I mean, we've got 38% there. Let's just have a look at the whole overview. So we've still got fairly low loyalty down here. and 35, 38, 37. And the other thing I've done is I've gone through all these buildings in the top part of the town here, and I've removed this. It says allow citizens with government loyalty below 25 to move in. So the idea is that what we're going to do is push the low loyalty citizens down to here. And so what you can see is that we're actually getting people moving into here and here. And that's for two reasons. One, this is where our academic people are, like the teachers and all that. So what I'm looking to do is get the high loyalty people moving into here when they graduate, especially the new children when they reach 21. If they've got a high loyalty, I want them into here. Oh, we've got a new vehicle. Wow. Okay. This is what I might think. That's a 10B. And if you, the 10B is over here. Just this now. Where's the 10B? There'd probably be an excavator. Yeah. So again, these are all very slow. We've got a drag shovel here as well for an excavator. Now this could be quite useful for our quarry because it's actually slightly better than that. We got this medium shovel here of 18, which is a pretty bit more expensive. The other thing I also want to do is just check the road cranes. Yeah, the 10B also there's also a road crane version of this, but it's got a speed level of 10. But of course, if you look here, we've got absolutely very little money here, which is the reason why I was kind of thinking about a hotel. Now, something else I want to do is I'm kind of thinking that we might want to go this way. So what I want to do is we're going to push this road out here to... because one, we got a bit more space here, and two, we do have the coal and iron down here. And I'm kind of thinking that if I could develop this area and get some coal and iron, what we might be able to do is put a port where it'd probably have to be on this side because the shoreline's a bit high here. And then we could possibly ship steel around the map using ships. But I think of whether I go that way will depend very much on how quickly we can get down from this side. Let's just let the game run. Now, something else I've been thinking about is that we've got this aggregate store here, and we got this connection here. I don't know what other connections have we got here. Take a quick look at the... Let's do it this way. Probably going to be looking. We only got... Oh, we've only got the one out here. I think I want to change this because what I'm half thinking is asphalt and concrete. So how much is this? This is 19 tons of steel. If I put in, we'll use the small one. We may need to change that, but it's only a gravel road, so yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of this. And just trim this road back. It's not a great loss. What I'm thinking is that if I put that there, and we put the mud footpath back to here. It's going to be tricky. So, and then if we put in, what's not loading, it's truck loading. I can come that way, I can go that way. And what I'm going to do is just put that there. And put that back in again. Let that get built. What's the ground like here? The ground's reasonably flat, but we also got flat ground over here. Whoops. So what I'm considering is what that will do is give us the option of actually putting down a concrete and asphalt plant, because concrete and asphalt plants don't really need much there. Cement plant, actually, not concrete plant. We got, oops, not cement, sorry, concrete plant. These only need 5 people. But we'd have to kind of put them, but at the same time it still comes back to workforce, and I'd rather be making the money and buying the concrete and managing the production rather than actually doing things. So we are starting to get a small workforce in here. So we have got this to be built. This needs 9 tons of steel. I think at the moment, with the level of production that we've got, I think we'll just add the fire factory. It's a fuel pickup point. Whoops. Messed that up, didn't I? And hopefully what they will do is go to here first, and if they need a small amount of fuel, so that will start to offset some of our fuel costs. And we do need to keep an eye on here with respect to the here, because we eventually we're going to need to build these. Actually, let's have a look at hotels. I don't really want to use the game ones, but have a look at it. What would it come under? Is it attractions? It's not attractions. I don't think hotels. There we are. We got a small alpine hotel here. It's got gravel. It just needs 12 staff, and it's got a bit of food, a bit of alcohol. I think this is that would kind of fit in. It doesn't seem to need heat. We could put it in about there with a road connection there. Let me just see, is there anything else in here? The problem is I don't have any small hotels, so this is really the only small hotel that I've got. I think we're just going to put this in. It might be better just to do it that way, actually, isn't it? Because the road is more for the deliveries. Oh, it doesn't really make that much difference, does it? So we're going to put hotel there. Again, we'll put the dig crew on this. Get that built. And we'll just build this little hotel. We've got a fire. Okay, it's in the center of town. My great fear is a fire out there, because I'm not convinced these fire engines will get all the way there. And we can't really afford to lose a key building like that. That's another reason why I'm trying to keep a reserve up here. But if we're going to have a hotel here, we're going to need a bus drop-off point, aren't we? For the tourists to come in from. So if we... a bit big. Do I have anything that's smaller? Platform station. 1,500 passengers. I want something that's quite small. Almost in keeping with the 340, 200. That looks a little bit better. We could put that there. 130. Look over here. No. We could use one of these. It's got 100 passengers, and it's got What's this one? This is 40 passengers. Oh, that's a bit better. Because then what I can do is I can just kind of fit that. If we put it down about there, in like that, and of course we can. Kind of tempted just to use the mud path, because if we're bringing tourists into here, because what we'll be doing is bringing them in from here. They're not going to walk that far. I know there's going to be no attractions here, but they're just going to have to walk around the town and enjoy the scenery, look at our various statues, and then maybe later on I'll add a few attractions later on. But well, I'm starting to get a lot more drop-offs here. 44.97, it's still there, so we're kind of filling things up. We're getting a little bit of fuel coming in there. So if this is filling up, what we should be getting is a little bit more production down here with this workforce, and we should be getting, we're actually starting to get enough workers in here to be able to get a little bit of coal in here, but we are keeping that busy. We've got plenty of logs there. Got some bitumen, which could be useful. How are we doing down here? Do I have an excavator? We got fuel in here. Got 6 tons of fuel in there. Where's my excavator? Right, they're all out on jobs at the moment, so actually let's just have a look and see whether an excavator or something has sneaked in on me from the customs shed. I'm gonna pause. No, we still don't have an excavator there. It's just a quick look through. Can't see any changes there. Well, no, so we'll just let the game run. Got a road train here with 72 passengers traveling at 20 kilometers an hour. Wow. Concrete mixers, not seeing anything new there. Let's just have a look at total capacity. Our biggest is 11 tons with the steam covered. So our biggest truck is 4.8 tons. Dry bulk. Again, everything is a little bit thin. Open hole. So we've got this one that can carry 6 tons, but it's really for trees. We've got steam, and then we're down to 4 tons. This comes back to what I was saying in the intro for the video. That because you've got such slow moving trucks that carry such little amounts, there's no point building a great big factory or something, because you just can't use it. We could introduce personal vehicles, prison buses, refrigeration, road crane, sewage. Still got no. We got a Zeiss 5 snowplow now. It's good. Little capacity, and yep. So we still don't have a great range of trucks on this side, but we are starting to get a few workers going now. Have I got a spare bus? No. Okay. Want to keep an eye on this excavator here. I mean, technically, once these jobs are done, yeah, we got our little dig crew here working, and we got somebody. Once these are done, we can start thinking about other things. All right, I think we need to make that connection there. How are we doing up here? Right, we've got the gas station, but there's no point. Oh, we've got once this is finished, get this done. What we'll be able to do. What are you building here? Why are you... Where's that encircled? Oh, it looks like these guys actually made a start on building the conveyor. Get this done, we get the fuel up here, we can get an excavator, not straight away, and then we can start work on that. I think the iron steel production is going to be not really worth it, to be honest. We still haven't finished these. I think what we will do is just try and get these finished, because we might need those later on for imports. And it's only going to take a workforce, so it's not like it's... You can see here we just need 31 days on that and 17 days on that, so that's going to be worth getting that done. Right, this guy's waiting for gravel, because of course the gravel trucks are come all the way down through this hill here. I just wonder, because this will take quite a fair amount of asphalt to actually build it. Okay. Right, we've got workers coming into here, so they get the workers on that. I'm just going to pull other workers away from my thing here, but we'll be okay. Get that hotel built. What are we doing here? 48 workers there. We've still got a little bit of spare capacity. We've got the 22 workers there. Just do a quick spot check of the... So the overall happiness is down here. This is still improving. This is 68, 70, 72. We've still got that building to build. We'll probably build that building if we decide to go for the gravel production. Food supply is good. Health is not quite so good, because of course we've got alcohol now. We're getting a few 38s in here. Let's have a quick look at the population. We get 38s. What I'm looking for is anyone with more than 38. Right, we've got somebody with 45 loyalty there. Wow. I bet you they're very few and far between. 37, yeah. So we are getting the occasional high loyalty person. Let's just have a look at the 38, 38, 38, 38. Because our teachers are 37 and 38. So we just need to try and just keep... I mean, so growing loyalty is going to be a generational thing. Okay, let's just get back to looking at our... Yeah, the alcohol abuse is spreading. It is a little bit. Culture is good, 95, 96. Sport is good. Clothes is good. Electronics is reasonable. Television, computers, got no cars. Lifespan is getting better at the top, but it's lower. I think this is because these have got poorer quality apartments. We've got nobody who can't visit a doctor. We're actually covering our whole town. We've still got the minor crime. I think that's because the actual crime rate is probably creeping up a little bit. Still 1%. It's... What's the crime rate here? 2%. Yeah, we're having a little bit of a problem with getting these done, which is causing people to not be incarcerated. Yeah, we don't have many prisoners now. I've got a feeling that we're just not getting them. I think they're just escaping, aren't they? But the good thing is that if they're not loyal, they're going to have to come down to live in this area where we can keep an eye on them. Well, that's the theory anyway. Put the diggers on that one. We're getting more visits here, so I'm starting to wonder whether we're going to need to start thinking about proper sewage system. In fact, let's just have a look at the water distribution. Oops, sorry. I don't know if this will show. Got no water pressure. I mean, it's green across the board, but what's the... I mean, the flasks are still fairly full, but what we do need to do is look at any outlying buildings where people might be kind of... I think it might be advantageous to put in some kind, at least a water main to the centre of the town here. But at the same time, I'm still a little bit reluctant to... We could put it... could sneak it in about there. I know it's not that far away from the... But if we could... Can't build it there. We could build it there. And that would cover the centre of the town. I think what we'll do is... I'm just going to... I'll put you about there. And I'm not going to... This isn't going to be a particularly high priority job. And of course we're going to need a pump, because this is all pretty level. We got no terrain, so we're going to have to put a pump in. Let's have a look at the piping situation. The pipe comes out here. It comes in here, it would go in there. We need to get it to there. So we would need to put the pump within range of this substation, but this substation's starting to get a little bit overloaded. So we would need to put I think we could probably get away with a small pump. I don't remember where this... We have to put a pump in. Reluctant to put it there. I think we could probably put it... Maybe... Well, we could put it about there. Just sneak it in there. You can hook to there. Now the question is, small pump or large pump? My instinct is, given the size of this town and the fact that we still got water trucks going around, I think we could probably... so the pipe itself, we could... I mean, this is 56, this is 127, so we're going to have to connect to there. And then we'll connect to there. As I said, I'm not going to build that straight away. This is more a contingency. And I suppose as a reciprocal for that, we're going to need to look at the sewage disposal. The trouble is, if I put in a sewage pickup point, it would have to be somewhere around, say about there, because this is, or maybe just on this corner. If we put it about there, that would give us the full coverage. If I put it there, we're just going to plan it. Power cables are in the way. Game said that there it is. We can do that connection there. Now the problem's going to be is I wouldn't really want to run the sewage point all the way down to there to begin with. We could put in a sewage loading unloading bay. So we could put it down, say about here. But we need power. I mean, we could put it out there, but we'd have to put a junction sewage switching. Say, I think I'm going to leave that, guys, for the moment. Because what we would have to do is consider putting a wind turbine there. Right, we've now got wind turbine there, which means what we can do now is put the fuel guys. I'm going to pause the game here for the moment, and we're going to put that there, and just put that to 100%. Now what I'm going to do is see which way these guys go. Now they're going to go and buy the fuel, despite the fact we got whole 1.25 tons of fuel in there. Our excavators are still out and about doing their thing. Well, I'm just watching things develop on the map. I just want to talk about one thing. Is I get occasional comments about the level of micro I do, and that I should optimize more with respect to so that I don't have the micro. And I'll be completely honest, I actually do enjoy the micro, and I've actually just realized I've made a bit of a mistake here, in the sense that where is it? Unload. Because at the moment we're unloading to there. My truck stopped because this was full up. So we've got a bit of inefficiency going on now. That's purely my fault, although these guys have been quite happily dropping off. I think you probably need to... Can I get you into here? Cannot assign more buildings, okay. What ones have you finished? Finished one of these. This field number 2. Review. And we'll just assign you to we'll get you to drop off. We might as well get the maximum number of crops from here. Yeah, I messed that up a little bit, but we've got a full silo here, and we've only got a capacity for 1,600 tons in there. So as I say, I do enjoy the micro. I have to admit it. I mean, this game is very complex, but I just really do like to get down into the nuts and bolts of things. Yeah, well, we got up to 38% now, and we've actually got 80% happiness with the alcohol. And let's just check the population growth now. Population is growing steadily as well. Lifespan is going. Average productivity is improving. That's another big factor, because the more productivity we get, the more all our service industries work. Of course, I think that has an impact on here. So we're getting 0.2% influence now. And of course, unlike the monuments, this will keep going. I think this goes up, will push it up to about 80% loyalty if you can get there. I'm pretty sure radios cap it there, because I think to get past 80% loyalty, you've actually got to start giving people personal cars and things like that. But that's not really a path I want to go down at the moment. Oh, looks like we've had one pickup of fuel here, so get you to change depots from down to here. I mean, it'd be great actually to do this, but to do that we would need, well, it's actually, that's that the guy. If I actually just move the crane, have a look. Yes, it is the crane. Wow, that's good, because we might be able to build this bridge out through here. We just need more gravel down here, which is understandable. This is such a long road. It's we're slowly creeping back to nearly 400,000. We got the hotel here. Just got boards coming in, so now we're effectively getting this for free. There's nothing else being demanded here. I don't think this is going to build this. We're just going to have to get all the ordinary bus workers here. Looks like the diggers don't want to come here. So we have to use the bus workers here. And what are you? Oh, you're still buying gravel, so it's not free yet. We need to get the gravel into that Alpine hotel. So it's okay. What's the food situation like here? 7.7 tons of food. What's the alcohol situation? We've got 3 tons of alcohol here. We are getting a few more workers into here. Is it? Yeah, so we are getting more activity. It's probably the polite way of saying it. 4.5 tons. Let's have a look at the economy. Imports, fuel and gravel. Fuel, gravel and coal. So we're avoiding steel at the moment. We made 21,000, so our profit margin is just about there, isn't it? So last month we made 9,000 rubles, and our dollars are increasing slowly. I'm kind of thinking that maybe rather than have Western tourists, we might actually bring in Soviet tourists into our hotel here, because that might actually work a little bit better. I think that's a decision we'll do once we've actually built it. Yeah, because I think especially for the winter, that's a shorter distance than them coming all the way across there through. Are we doing? Yeah, these are filling up very quickly. We're going to kind of run into a problem with respect to we're not going to get all the crops because this was already way too full up. Could get the extra crops into there. We could put 40 tons into there, but we'd have to send a covered hole here and basically tell them we could do the same with that. We've got the slack in here. So if any of these covered holes go back into here, we can send them into there, and then he can put the two. We could get this filled up another 200 tons, but we're in October, so well, that's the way it's going to be. This is for. We could put some more crops into here. Actually, I think I'll do that if I got the. Where is it? We can't add more to these guys because they're literally full up, but these have got some spare capacity. So what we'll do is we'll be a bit cheeky and get these guys to put 100% crops into here. There's no point wasting it. Right. How are we doing up here? Right, we've now got the fuel there, and I think once we got the hotel finished and the right, this is finished. Is there a bus stop there? Select it. Okay, what's going on? Oh, there it is. Where are you? That's a pretty optimistic 1,000 kilometers, isn't it? Turn that off. I don't want you working up. I certainly don't want the excavators going all the way back up there. Right, that's built, that's built. This is being built. This is being built, so it's been detected. You're going to... I do want you on auto search, but I want you doing just roads and footpaths. Right, that's done. And then what we'll do is come back here, and I've got and that very tiny little building there. What do you need? You just need two days of working. That shouldn't take long. 80%. I just want to check the loyalty again here. The loyalty overlay. 32, 36. Why are you so low? Yeah, we've got somebody here with 0. That really drags down the average. We've got no prisoners. I think they're escaping as fast as they're actually being convicted. These are not moving forward, are they? Building without power supply. Does that mean we're... Is this overloaded? Why is this being overloaded? Oh, we're not getting consistent numbers of workers in here. Thought I'd fix this. I want the majority of the workers in here, because I'm not worried about this, because if this doesn't work, we just lose a bit of cash, but we do need that power supply. So I think that's what's affecting the prison and the police station. We've now got the bus stop there. I don't want anyone coming here except maybe with, say, tourists. But just where are you? Right, so we're actually delivering the crops up to here now. Wow. That's good, because they're taking the crops out of here, which means we're getting a little bit of space left in here for trucks to deliver to, which means we may save some of these other crops that we've got here. Right guys, I'm gonna have to stop here because I've just been tipped off that somebody is just about to arrive and they want to talk to me. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we'll see about getting this hotel up and running. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.